Hey guys, so it's been a little while since a new video. I explained kind of why I'm on my vlog channel, where I just released a video on there. So if you want to understand why it's been so long, go check that out. Again, my vlog channel is Kaise's Vlog. So just Kaise with an S and then VLOG. So you can check that out if you want. But today I get so many questions about this that even though I've kind of addressed it before, let's just make a video about it, straight on, okay? The G-spot. Everyone wants to know about it. It seems it's become the new holy grail of sexuality and like a treasure map, you know, X marks the spot. Which is kind of funny because, again, we have to remember that most sensation, sexual sensation, genital sensation comes from a woman's clitoris. So don't ignore that in the search for the G-spot. A little bit more on that later. So if you're wanting to find the G-spot, what the G-spot is actually erectile tissue around the urethra of a woman, but it's inside, whereas a man's urethra comes kind of outside and there's erectile tissue around it. When it engorges with blood, he's aroused, he has a hard-on. Well, a woman has erectile tissue around her urethra, but simply inside. So the only way to get to it, really, or the best way to get to it, if she's lying down, let's say you're above her and she's lying down, if you put two fingers in, where your fingers are facing up, your palms facing up, and you're going to want to go in like maybe 1 or 2, whatever she's comfortable with. You're going to want to go in 1 inch or 2, and there should be almost a rough feeling area. And if you just stroke it slowly with a come hither motion, she can tell you whether or not that feels good. Now again, not every woman is going to enjoy that kind of stimulation, but what you're doing is you're stroking that erectile tissue. Sometimes it helps if you put a hand on her belly lightly, so there's more of a pressure there. You don't want to do a lot of pressure, and you don't want to jab it a lot because it's very sensitive, and it can actually, it takes less, you should put less pressure on the G-spot than oftentimes on the clitoris. Now, this kind of brings me to another question that I get all the time, and that is, I get it from women. Sometimes their partners write me, but the women are saying, I can't orgasm from sex. Why? What's wrong with me? What women don't realize is that very, very few women, somewhere around 10 to 15%, can orgasm from vaginal intercourse alone or vaginal stimulation alone. The other 85 to 90% require clitoral stimulation. So unless you're in a position that rubs the clitoris, or you are additionally stimulating her clitoris, then it makes perfect sense that you or your partner is not receiving an orgasm or getting to that point. So you're going to want to focus on that. Also, what I really recommend to women, especially women who find sex sometimes painful, is they should focus on achieving an orgasm before penetration even occurs through manual or oral stimulation. What this is going to do is actually elongate the vaginal canal, because most women's vaginal canal is only 3 to 5 inches long when it's unaroused, and most men are either that long or longer. And what they're going to end up doing is, when they enter you, women, it's going to be hitting your cervix, and that's going to be painful. So when you feel like that pain in your abdomen, that could definitely be why, because you're not aroused enough before he enters you. So if you have an orgasm before penetration even occurs, that's great. And it's going to make it, once you have your first orgasm, great thing for you ladies out there are multiple orgasms, and that's it. When he enters you, it's going to be very easy, or not very easy, but it'll be easier to achieve the second, third, fourth, and so on orgasm once he's inside you, if you've achieved your first one even before penetration occurs. So I hope that helps a little bit. I do want to mention that pain with sex That's not something to take lightly. So at your next gynecological appointment, and women, if you're having sex, you should be seeing your gynecologist every year at least, no exceptions. Sometimes the only exception could be that you might have to go even more often than that. But you should be going. If you're responsible enough to have sex, you're responsible enough to go see your doctor. And talk to your gynecologist and tell her, I'm having pain with intercourse, and she can go through some questions and make sure there's nothing wrong, because that can be a sign of some serious problems. Typically it's not, but you definitely want to rule that out, so talk to your doctor about it. And as always, I'm not a sex therapist yet. It's just what I'm in training to do. And so this is just information I've gathered around the internet, and I encourage everyone to do their own education. Go out there, search for information, Google. I mean, you can find everything, right? So, you know, search out for yourself, and decide whether the sites seem legitimate or whether these sites seem like they're totally bogus. And talk to professionals in your area and that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today, and I hope that was helpful. If not, then leave a comment, and or if you have some questions for clarification, leave a comment and I will try to answer. So yeah, it's kind of funny I have to mention this because, you know, the Weezer music video just came out. It's kind of funny that I'm now known not as the sex ed girl, but as the rainbow socks girl. Whoever knew? So yeah, I totally think that the company I bought those socks from should be paying me like some sort of advertising fee. Because the socks are more famous than me now, I think. So, kind of like my cat, which one of these days I'm going to make a video of just her for you guys, because she was so funny the other day. We decided we're going to make a video of just her one of these days soon. So, anyway, I'm blabbering on. Love you guys, and I have some great stuff coming up. Again, if you want to know more about why I haven't been around, go view my new video on my blog channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you all. Mwah! Bye.